Hey class, welcome back. During this video, I'll be talking about the muscle of TMJ. We'll be talking about the Masseter muscle, but there are four primary muscles of mastication. We have the Masseter muscle, which we'll be talking about in more detail. We have the temporalis muscle, the lateral pterygoid, and the medial pterygoid. Now there's a chart just below this video which breaks down all four muscles, and it talks about the origin, the action, the insertion, and the innervation of each muscle. But for this video, I'll be going into more detail of just the Masseter muscle. So in this diagram, you see we have the four muscles are colored. So we have the temporalis muscle, which is the muscle in the green. We have the medial and lateral pterygoid in the blue and orange. And then the muscle that we'll be talking about in more detail is the Masseter muscle, which is right here in pink. So we have in red right here, we have the insertion, and in blue we have the origin. So first, the origin of this muscle is the zygomatic arch. So the zygomatic arch is going to be right here. That is the origin of this muscle. The insertion of this muscle is the ramus of the mandible, which you'll see in red right down here. And this image will be also embedded into the wiki below this video. My hair is getting in the way. So that is the origin, the zygomatic arch, and then the insertion, which is the ramus of the mandible. The action of this muscle, as you remember in the first video, we have elevation, which is moving the mandible up. We have protrusion, which is an anteriorly movement. And then we have retrusion, which is a posterior movement. And then lastly, we have grinding. So those are the four actions of this muscle. The nerve is the mandibular nerve via the masseteric nerve that enters into the deep surface. That is the innervation of this muscle. So in the next video, we'll be going over what would happen if significant damage occurred to the masseteric nerve. So stay tuned.